Welcome back. I'm Peggy and this is livinretirement.com. Well, one of my friends told me to give this KitchenAid utensil another try. She said use it for sweet potatoes and very hard root vegetables like beets, butternut squash, etc. And I've got a great recipe for those items. She said don't use it for zucchini, and I use my other tool for that. But I actually am using this and it actually is working fairly well. She kind of told me a couple of tricks, which I'm going to show to you as well. So here we go. I got a sweet potato in this thing, and you kind of have to hold it at the end, which seems ridiculous, but that's what I'm doing and it does work. And there's no exercise like you have with Veggies, which the problem is this thing does not work with zucchini, but it does work with harder vegetables. As you can see, I'm getting tons of these things. I'm going to be doing it with beets as well and butternut squash. So I'll show you that at the end. So you can see here they are. So now I'm trying it with butternut squash. My friend told me to hold it here at the bottom and do it on speed 1. The other tip she told me is to put this little device in before you put it into the machine. So you push it in and make sure it's secure before you put it in, and then lock it into the machine, and then move this to the center and make it hold with the little button. So I'm just going to put pressure on it again at the end on this side. And it does work. Well, I'm glad I retried this again. I guess she was right. I mean, look at that. So here's the butternut squash. Really came out well. Big long ones. There's some shorter ones as well. So next up is the beets, and I'm going to change the blade. So I'll tell you what, anytime I work with beets, I wear these gloves. I don't feel like having pink hands for a week. You can get these gloves at Costco. They're just a light glove for, I think there's like 500 for $10. So I'm going to pull this blade up, and I'm going to use the smaller one for the beet. I can show you how it slips in. It slips in right here. Lock it in. Okay, and always do it last too. I'm going to move this over here, pop it in. There we go. Beets are so good for you, but they're really a mess. So let's see if it works with beets. Well, looks like it does. Boy, she was right. You just have to hold this thing right here. Wow, this really is slick. Really works for beets. I think this is the easiest one so far. That was really unusual. I don't know if you can see that, how it kind of hollowed out the beet. I left the skin on in the beet. I just washed it clean. And here's the beets. It came out pretty well too. So I guess the trick with this KitchenAid is it's primarily used for the harder vegetables like sweet potatoes, carrots, butternut squash, beets, etc. Number 2, you have to push on the side to kind of hold it in place. And number 3, just make sure you're using the right size blade.